Hey guys, Joel Frank here, market analyst for YouTrading, and in today's educational video, I want to talk about pennants. Now, this is a topic that I've covered before, but we have a really good example of a pennant which has formed in the euro-dollar exchange rate in the last couple of weeks. So it's something I'd like to rehash because, to be honest, pennants, they're one of my favorite technical patterns to look out for. They, for me, I personally think I've got a pretty good track record of identifying pennant breakouts and pretty much predicting and trading where the market's going to go. So let's talk about this example in euro dollar. Okay, what is a pennant? Well, a pennant, it's kind of like when the price action is going in one direction and then it squeezes into a little point. Okay, so let me just draw this up. You've got a downtrend going here, and you've got an uptrend going here. So you can see that the price is being squeezed. Currently, euro dollar around 0.98. Now, the way that pennants work is that they can break in either direction, theoretically, and you do often see that. So you could see an upside break or a downside break. Now, I've spoken about in previous videos, we don't need to go into too much detail about it because this is more of a technical video about how I do favour further downside in euro dollar because of the fundamental backdrop where you've got a still very hawkish US Federal Reserve, you've got worsening global macro backdrop like slowing global growth in China and Europe, in the energy crisis, European economy underperforming the US economy, all those kind of things. So it kind of makes sense to me that if there was going to be a break, it would probably be to the downside. But with these pennants, it's a question of waiting, watching the break happen, and then trading the retest. So let me get rid of this line and talk about what I mean there. So the way I like to play these things is, say we did get a downside break, you break a little bit lower, maybe you test this support here around 0.96, then you get a little bit of a rally, you retest that previous trend line that formed part of the pennant, and then you push lower and aim for your ultimate target, which would, for me, would be a retest of these annual lows. Equally, if we did see an upside break, if we did get some shift in the macro narrative, maybe talk of a Fed pivot, maybe risk on stocks rallying, the dollar weakening, because it's also a safe haven asset. Maybe you get an upside break, maybe you get a retest of the pennant trend line, and then maybe you get a nice push to this would be my target here around 102. So let me just draw that up. Let me just quickly show you another example in the S&P 500. Very nice pennant formation that we had. Well, the breakout of this pennant was a couple of weeks ago, but it's a good example. So let's go through it. So you had this downtrend. I mean, we're still in this downtrend for the year. Then over the summer, June, July, August into September, you had this uptrend form. Then what happened? Exactly what at the time I was thinking would happen. We had a break down, then we retested the bottom side of the pennant trend line, and then we went all the way to hit what was my target at the time, annual lows. And then obviously you can see that we actually even pushed below those annual lows, although we've since recovered back above. But anyway, we're not in this pennant structure anymore. That's now the past. But yeah, that was a good example of a pennant. So I hope this video has helped. This video has helped, guys. Hope you now will be better able to see when pennants are showing up in the market and how, when you do get a break, what might be the best way to trade them. And I will see you all in the next one.